Yo, Smokey. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I come into this rabbit hole of some Instagram influencers that were doing some weird shit. It wasn't weird shit, it was just funny shit. It was just mindless shit. But this is definitely become a curse, and it's all because of not the guy that I'm about to show you that starts this off. He's I'm sure he has his thing going on, but I want to show off the other guy, man. The other guy, he's a real... Anyway, let's get into this. So this happened, and this dude, he's gonna fight his haters. He's gonna fight his haters at the Harbour Bridge. I'm guessing it's across from there. It's at the Opera House. So he's at the Opera House in Sydney. That's why I'm gonna do this video.
My haters till I get knocked the fuck out. First competitor, Sydney's #1 PT. Let's run it.
Here we go. Oh, so he... What the fuck is this? So he hit him. He almost stacked it. It's slippery there. It's on a slippery there. I don't know why, bro. He's just really stiff, eh? Lucky someone cut down the wind was getting crazy on the camera. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that was replayed. So now he's chasing. He's coming forward. He's just running forward. They're terrible. Oh,
That's enough. That's enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. So he's dropped him now. And then he... If I was this guy, you would want to roll back right now, because this looks like someone's about to punch you. Someone who can't control themselves. So this is day one of fighting his haters. I don't think he's gonna fight another one, honestly. I think that was the end of his... Yeah, I don't think he did another video like this.
That's good, that's good.
Okay, there's gonna be blood on his face. Oh shit. Yeah, there's gonna be blood on this guy's face, but basically, yeah, that guy was a douche, eh? But this is the guy right here. This is actually the guy right here. He's one of the top comments, or maybe someone's pinned it. I'm guessing. I can't see if they pinned it. I don't know. His name is Essential Shaping Strategy. I was not expecting or braced for any of what Luke throwed in the first 5 to 10 seconds, because before recording, he told me to not knock him out. So I thought it was gonna be a light spar for content, not a fight. He caught me with a few swinging hooks at an intensity didn't expect was gonna come my way. That angered me, so I threw the right hook with 100% thinking it was going to land and knock him out. Whoa! Either have stopped when he said to stop, or pause mid-fight to reconfirm intensity, so I know what to expect. I don't think it was tough to stand over him in that moment. I wanted to hurt him for beginning to fight me during what I thought was a light spar in front of the Opera House with a beginner. Bro, it's okay, we don't care that you can't throw punches. Maybe you get some lessons, something from it, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. Let's give this guy's profile a look, yeah? He goes by Sydney's #1 PT. Let's go into this.
I'm not a fighter and I'm nowhere near a boxer. I got zero plans to be any of that, but I've learned a thing or two about fighting over the last 7 or 8 years, because I've been in many. Everyone that I fought, it was either for self-defense or they had it coming to him. I'm not proud of it, but I don't regret it, because obviously if it wasn't for all them experiences, I wouldn't be who I am today. And as well, big majority of all of them, they were either much bigger than me or much older than me by 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. Being sober, I've never lost a one-on-one.
Being sober? So maybe he has a drug problem or something, I don't know. So he must have lost one-on-ones when he's not sober.
I've taken losses, getting jumped, getting, cheap shot or whatever. Yeah. That's fine, I don't care. I'm past all that. But, toe-to-toe, one-on-one, sober, never lost. Damage ranges from, I've caused broken bones, broken eye sockets, broken nose. There's plenty of witnesses, plenty of stories people know. In maximum security jail. Oh shit. Pumped someone, me and my cellmate pumped someone because they wrecked my birthday cake.
Oh shit. So him and his celly, they pumped someone because they wrecked his birthday cake. He's dropping people. Oh, look at this.
Everything to rotate and use your body nicely.
Wait, he's training people. When was this? This was ages ago. Yeah, look, he's full training these guys. Yeah. Yeah, he's got some...
I'm not a fighter and I'm nowhere near a boxer. I got zero plans to be any of that.
Actually, I think about using your body, you know, everything to rotate and use your body nicely.
Something not adding up.
I'm not a fighter and I'm nowhere near a boxer.
Actually, I think about using your body, you know, everything to rotate and use your body nicely.
Is this guy an imposter?
Few ex-crims online say if you haven't done 10 years or plus in jail, you shouldn't be talking about jail or crime. My opinion is, if your jail time was because of attacks on innocent people, or if you have assaulted females but you lie about it in current times, you shouldn't be talking about jail or crime. You shouldn't be calling yourself a gangster, and you shouldn't be giving advice to youth, especially because if you lie about your previous offending, if you deny it ever happened, that means you truly are not reformed. On top of that, there is no such thing as becoming a gangster because you've done attacks and robberies on innocent people.
He's definitely got some enemies. I don't know who he's talking about specifically there.
I also believe it's not about just what you've been through, it's also about how you react, what you take away from it too. Or how, yeah, you might come out of it in certain ways, better or worse, but also what was the thinking process after and before, even during too. And if you analyze and look at it carefully, and that's why I believe I came out in a way.
Were you good in school?
Yeah, academically, yeah.
Oh, you were?
And sports, to some extent.
Where'd you get all this experience? What kind of experiences have you had?
What experiences? Where to start? You know, but
Open it up, bro. Let's go, man.
all of the above is all of the above.
All of the above. How can we trust this guy after that little mix-up we had on the pinned things, the pinned posts on his profile? There was a clear lie, right? But these guys, they believe him. These two guys, they do believe this guy. Look,
I'm interested. How many 26-year-olds do you hear like this?
Look at this guy. He's stunned. How many 26? Shit,
No,
he's young.
It's like I feel like I've stepped back 30 years into time and
Whoa. This guy, look how he's sitting. He's stepped back in time, cuz looking at this bloke, bro. He stepped back in time. Look, he's looking at him. What? You went 30 years back, bro? Over what he just said? What did he say? He was good at academically at school. This guy went 30 years back.
and I'm speaking to his 26-year-old back then. To be honest.
To be honest, like, he's dead set honest, bro. He's dead set honest.
That's what.
And that's saying something.
It's good.
That's
It's actually
dead set, bro. That is saying something, cuz, bro. Dead set, that's saying something.
good to know that there's young guys out there that
Yeah.
are switched on.
bro.
It's good to see that.
Yeah, if you think about it, but if anyone that's been
Should we think about it?
from my experience and my whole life, whatever it may be, my own thinking process will come out in a way. Same for you. If someone's had your life, your upbringing, your issues, your traumas, your battles, they'll come out like you.
Alright. Let's see how he thinks. You know what I mean? Let's see how he thinks. Let's see. This is the rabbit holes that we can go in.
If you relied on crime for a long time of your life, or even a short time of your life, and then returned to a 9-to-5 or just started a 9-to-5,
Yes.
you know there's always going to be people, young people, old people, they're always going to ask you, do you know this guy? Do you know that guy? Are you from here? Or they're going to ask you, what you used to do before this? This is common questions that's always asked at every workplace, or most workplaces. And the ones that I know for sure is warehouses, job sites, or pubs and clubs.
Well, weren't we talking about 9-to-5s, bro?
Even some gyms, it just depends. But the times when I always answered, always, every single time without a doubt, whenever I said, nah, I don't know, even though I didn't know, or whenever I acted like a whole different thing. For example,
By the way, he's driving full pace while explaining this, because he has to explain it to you while he's driving somewhere. This is so important, this message. You know, I'm interested.
some people used to, when I went into house removals a bit after I stopped relying on illegal money, and when I was doing that.
Wait. Is he snitching, bro? Like, what did he just say? Like, he just said when he stopped relying on illegal money, like he still has some. Anyway.
People, they would ask me what I used to do for this, and I used to just say security, even though I left security years way before, literally three or probably 2 years before this house removals job. And well, the point is, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, nice. But the thing is, people don't realize that we all got free will. We can literally say whatever we want to say. We can answer however we want to answer.
Is he trying to?
We don't always have to tell the truth, and the truth doesn't always matter. It actually doesn't make any difference to anyone's lives besides your own.
This guy does life and coach advice on his page. Essential Shaping Strategy is his name. Now, I don't know what strategy and what shaping we're shaping into by listening to this. I shouldn't be going through this. This might infect the minds, but I went through this, so we're gonna go through this, yeah?
And you can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. If you're looking for a job, just call up wherever you want to work and just say, do you need workers? It's as simple as that. Or walk into any place, be like,
call up. If you're unemployed right now, call up and just say, do you need workers? Call up.
look, I don't got experience, but I want to work. Do you need someone? I don't know what to do from the get-go, but at least I'll show up. You'll be very, very surprised on how easy you'll get work. If you relied on...
Gee. Some advice there from Essential Shaping Strategy right there, man. Some good advice, man. And we got... I don't know if there's more I can show, but this would be the one. This one will sit with me forever. This one. I never knew that my life would have changed when I saw this. This is absolutely insane. Ready to get your mind blown?
Facts about your brain that you don't know. So the brain, it has a component called the DMN, the default mode network. This is the parts that activate when you focus inwards about yourself, self-reflection. There's also a part that is labeled the DAN. This is what lights up when you're focusing outwards, when you're responding to stimulus in front of you, what you can see. When you meditate,
We're getting pretty deep, eh? Straight off the bat, we're talking about brain stuff. I believe when humans hear that, you sort of just phase it out, right? But this is deep. This is how this guy thinks. This is what you didn't know. When he's talking about all the, lie, don't tell the truth, it doesn't matter to anyone except yourself. But this is how deep he really thinks. All that stuff, it doesn't really matter.
DAN, it activates and the DMN quiets down. And this constant activation, what it leads to...
Now, I looked up this shit. This shit, it checks out, man. It checks out. Look at this. Crazy, right? And then this is the Dan one. This is the other one he was talking about.
is physical changes and improvements in grey matter in certain parts of the brain, as well as thicker parts of the brain. And these parts that thicken and enhance is literally the exact same parts that focus on anxieties, on fears, on reactions, on mood regulation. It's the hippocampus and the amygdala. If you look at your brain as a plastic malleable muscle,
okay,
you can do anything you want. If a ship changes every single piece of wood and steel every couple of years, is it still the same ship?
If the wood changes and the steel changes on the ship every year, is it still the same ship? if the wood and the steel changes on the ship every year, is it still the same ship?
I'm not a fighter and I'm nowhere near a boxer. I got zero plans to be any of that.
Actually, think about using your body, you know, everything to rotate and use your body nicely.
Few ex-crims online say if you haven't done 10 years or plus in jail, you shouldn't be talking about jail or crime. My opinion is, if your jail time was because of attacks on innocent people, or if...
Let's have a look at the comments here. Yeah, so this guy's commented, I don't like that logic that you have to do time and speak about the crime. There's a high level players who have made multiple millions without doing a day in jail but can't go on social media and talk about it.
Teen prodigies in sports, they rarely make it to pros, or they rarely make it in high levels of pros. What happens is they get very strict fathers that push, they perform well. When they get to 18, 19, 20, they fall off because drugs, partying, girls, superstardom.
How does he know this? How does he know this shit?
A call out to any Sydney social media people that almost every single time I go out, it doesn't matter what area it is, doesn't matter where I'm at, a food spot, gym, shopping center, wherever, anywhere I'm in public, people always coming up to me and saying hi. And it's always very positive. It's always a mix of people, old, young, all different backgrounds, Islanders, Africans, Asians, Aussies, always different. And it's always a very positive, wholesome interaction. And even when I'm hanging around for strays, that bloke, he gets heaps of attention.
Who?
Look, I don't care what anyone says. Cricket, it's the shittest sport.
Yo!
What kind of person do you judge the most, and why do you think that triggers you?
Why are they first of all, why is all of these guys, are they making these pods? Why do you gotta be on a pod? They're trying to get like edits and shit with the music and that, and it's like, and this guy's like fucking, he says something gangster, bro. Something.
Do I judge the most? And
Yeah.
Why do I think that triggers you? The person that I judge the most is myself.
Oh, right.
Myself.
Wow, that's a,
That is actually true. If you think about it, everyone
yeah, well,
himself
that's
a
so
lot.
true.
Yeah.
Dude.
very
It's so fucking true, man.
Watch how fun your night gets when you build confidence.
If you're one of those guys that thinks he's a mad cunt just because he trains with a girl in the gym, brother, you're a fucking flop, and I'll tell you why. You should be training in the gym by yourself. That's the only way you're gonna make progress. You think a girl's gonna teach you how to train, and if she does, you're a fucking loser.
Actually, I know someone. Yeah. This you should listen to this.
Unless it's glutes.
I'm done with this rabbit hole. This fucked me up, I ain't gonna lie.
Facts about your brain that you don't know. So the brain, it has a component called the DMN, the default mode network. This is the parts that activate when you focus inwards about yourself, self-reflection. There's also a part that is labeled the DAN. This is what lights up when you're focusing outwards, when you're responding to stimulus in front of you, what you can see. When you meditate, the DAN, it activates and the DMN quiets down. And this constant activation, what it leads to is physical changes and improvements in grey matter in certain parts of the brain, as well as thicker parts of the brain. If you look at your brain as a plastic malleable muscle, you can do anything you want. If a shit.
So how does one achieve that? How does one achieve this plastic? How do I look at my brain as a plastic module?